Good evening, everyone. We're here with Coach Frederic Fotu. He's going to start first with an opening speech, and then he's going to answer your questions. Coach, whenever you want.
First thing, congrats to Paris to win this cup. They deserve it because they did a great season. They lost just one game. So congrats to Paris.
Okay, first question. Take this one, yeah. Let's see. First question here, please.
On n'a pas statistique.
Bon, Freddy, on ne va peut-être pas te demander ce que tu ressens parce qu'on l'imagine, mais est-ce que tu as quand même le sentiment que vous avez fait tout ce que vous avez pu, que vous avez donné tout ce que vous avez donné ce soir par rapport au match d'un où il y avait de la déception?
Clairement, je ressens d'abord énormément de fierté de ce qu'a donné ce groupe durant toute la saison d'Eurocup. C'est ce que je leur ai dit. C'est encore une chose après de gagner une finale. Chacun l'analysera à sa façon. Mais en tout cas, je pense que les gars, ce soir, ont fait vraiment le match qu'il fallait pour essayer de l'emporter. Ils ont eu du caractère, ils ont été fiers d'aller jusqu'au bout. Ils ont été jusqu'au bout. C'était pas du tout la même prestation que le match 1. Mais voilà, c'est un fait. On a perdu. Donc forcément, on est déçus. Et il va falloir se reposer pour repartir de l'avant parce qu'il nous reste une dernière compétition.
Next question.
Est-ce qu'il y a des regrets par rapport au match 1? Évidemment, vous l'avez perdu et même en jouant un grand match, vous auriez aussi pu le perdre. Néanmoins, là, vous avez montré un visage évidemment complètement différent. Est-ce que tu penses que peut-être sur le match 1, vous auriez eu les moyens, manifestement vous les aviez, de les battre en tout cas, ou en tout cas de les inquiéter beaucoup plus?
Mais c'est certain, je pense que ça aurait pu être aussi un élément qui aurait pu les contrarier sur ce match 2. Si on avait fait un autre match sur le match 1, ils auraient peut-être posé des questions sur le style de jeu qu'ils proposent en tout cas. Là du coup, leur confiance n'a pas été ébranlée. Donc oui, ça c'est effectivement, c'est beaucoup de regrets là-dessus. Parce que comme on l'a dit après la première conférence de presse, c'était pas les ingrédients d'un match de haut niveau tout court, c'était même pas d'une finale. Là ce soir c'était tout autre chose. Je trouve qu'on a beaucoup mieux abordé ce match-là, on a trouvé des tirs ouverts. Et je pense qu'il nous manque quelques lancers francs au final. On a 15 lancers francs de différence, c'est peut-être ce qui nous manque sur les 8 points de retard. Alors peut-être qu'on n'a pas été assez agressif, je ne sais pas trop quoi, on va quand même revoir le match pour l'analyser. Mais ça fait quand même un peu beaucoup sur un match de cette importance-là. Voilà, donc oui, il y a de la déception, parce qu'on n'est jamais heureux de perdre une finale. Mais il y a énormément de fierté, parce que les joueurs, sur toute cette compétition, et encore plus ici à domicile, ont montré des vraies valeurs de sport collectif. Et ça, c'est important. Je pense qu'ils ont rendu fiers un club, une ville, un département, la Bresse. Je crois que beaucoup de gens se sont énormément identifiés s'identifient, puisque la saison n'est pas terminée, sur cette équipe-là. Et ça, c'est quelque part, même si en tant que compétiteur, on préfère gagner les matchs, forcément, mais ça reste une grosse victoire aussi, parce que le club, grâce à ça aussi, continue à grandir. Je pense qu'on ne sera plus les petits gentils contre lesquels on va la jouer, mais plus une équipe sur laquelle il va falloir se battre pour gagner des matchs. Et d'arriver dans des matchs comme ça, dans une compétition comme ça aussi, ça donne une réputation. Donc au moins ça, on l'a gagné.
Est-ce qu'il y avait une différence de fraîcheur physique entre les deux équipes ce soir, notamment sur la fin du match?
Non, je crois pas. Je crois pas du tout. Ils ont été obligés d'aller puiser aussi sur leurs joueurs majeurs, qui ont beaucoup joué eux aussi. Donc non, je trouve que peut-être que sur le premier match, parce qu'on avait joué 48 heures avant, oui, possible que sur le début du match on a été un peu diesel à démarrer, Mais ce soir, pas du tout. Je pense qu'on a joué égal à égal en termes d'intensité. Après, voilà. Le match est dur à analyser parce qu'on ne va pas dire de bêtises à chaud.
Est-ce que d'après toi, c'est aussi quand peut-être Paris a mieux défendu en deuxième mi-temps, il doit y avoir l'adresse qui est un peu baissée et dès que l'adresse vous appuie, c'était dur de rivaliser dans d'autres domaines?
Non, je ne suis pas d'accord avec ça. Je pense qu'à Paris a défendu pareil sur la série, sans trop de surprises.
En quoi ces matchs-là vont vous servir en vue des playoffs, en championnat?
Pas plus que ce que l'on a fait depuis le début de la saison, parce qu'on n'est plus là pour apprendre. Je crois que on a appris l'année dernière avec la Leaders Cup. Aujourd'hui, il y a des joueurs qui ont déjà joué des finales. Donc, je pense qu'on a fait le basket qu'on a proposé pendant toute la compétition, le même, voilà, où le ballon a bien circulé, on a trouvé des belles situations de tir. Je trouve que la défense de Paris ne nous a pas forcément embêtés, mis à part quand il tombait par terre, c'était un peu déstabilisant. Mais pour le reste, les joueurs ont fait un bon match. Après, voilà, Paris aujourd'hui est en confiance, ils ont perdu un match lors de toute la compétition. Je crois qu'ils méritaient ça, ils méritaient leur victoire, je le redis, parce qu'ils ont fait une belle compétition. La finale, c'est autre chose.
Any other question? No? Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
Coach.
Ouais, ça va, il y a deux dates.
Hello, hello, checking. Okay. All right. Good evening once again. Wait. Hold your questions. Hold your questions. All right. So we're here with Coach Thomas Isalo.
Correct, the mundo.
He's gonna, and with DJ Short, the MVP of these Eurocup finals. They're gonna start with a first speech, first comments, and then they're going to answer your questions. Let's start with Coach.
First off, hats off to Bourg for an incredible fight today. They really pushed us to the limit and brought the best out in us. I told our guys at halftime, like we're in a great. No! Who authorized this? Get out! Now I need another dry shirt. Okay.
Question, Tyson, what question? Tyson has a question.
Mic check. I need a fucking shirt.
Yes, Tyson Ward, man with the championship shirt, please.
Questions? You guys taking questions?
I need a new shirt.
Wait, are you guys taking questions? Do we have a microphone here, or are we just going off the vocal cords?
Good up there.
I like the hair, Coach.
Thank you, sir. Doing my best.
Looks good. Looks great.
Microphone's working.
Mic check.
So I will take off from these vandals.
You didn't stutter.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Went too much, bro.
Yeah, like I said, Bourg played great. We took their toughest punch in the first half and weathered the storm. And like I said at halftime to the guys, I said we're in a great position. They've made every shot, and we're only 3 points down. And then we went to the coach's locker room and I said, I really hope they start missing shots. But that's not stuff for players to hear. And unfortunately, there are a couple in the audience here. But just the perseverance from the whole group and the determination, the resolve to come through in the toughest of moments, in a very difficult environment here with fanatical home crowd and odds stacked against us. It's a wonderful feeling, and for those who maybe watching from home or watching here, all the emotions after the final buzzer, it's very hard to put into words. You've invested so much of your time. We've been together with the team and the staff more than with our families. We've traveled all over Europe and France in order to do something special together. And when it comes to fruition, you just kind of think like, wait, am I allowed to relax for the first time this season and get out of that kind of a zone where you're in? And it's a special feeling. It's at the same time, you know, an extremely demanding profession, and then also you get to live the best parts with guys like this. So what an amazing feeling, and hats off to the guys for once more making the coaching staff look great.
PJ? First of all the honor, all the glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for just allowing me to be out here playing basketball, doing what I love. It's a blessing, and I don't take that for granted anytime I step out on the court. But yeah, credit to Bourg. That is a tough basketball team, and this is a tough place to play. The gym was rocking. We knew they would come out aggressive. We knew they would be physical from the start, but we weathered the storm. Everybody in the locker room was confident, and there wasn't one player, there wasn't one thing. It was a collective effort from all the guys, from the last guy to the first guy to the coaches to the people behind in the offices. This is a collective effort, and for us to be able to reward ourselves with a championship, it is an incredible feeling, and this is something that I know I won't take for granted. I know the guys in that locker room will not take for granted, because this is not something that is normal, that you get to play for a championship every single season. So whenever you have the opportunity, you have to really take a chance to look in the mirror, and obviously these things kind of flow, and we know it's gonna be fast, and before you know, we'll have another game, but we will take a chance to celebrate. We will enjoy this one, and I'm just proud of everybody that contributed to bringing this championship back to Paris.
Okay, thank you both. We start with the questions. Arno, here.
Question for both. Can you compare this feeling tonight and comparing to last year with the trophy in this year?
Well, I can say from personal experience, there's, you know, only one first time, and that was for me the BCO championship last year. I said after that I never really considered myself having won anything big in anything relating to basketball before that, and that it gave me also a huge confidence boost, and that we can accomplish these things. It kind of validated the stuff that we've been doing, and this season was more like, because last season also came kind of like as a surprise. We went into uncharted territory in the BCL. We were first time, I think, basically everybody playing European competitions, and then we ended up winning that competition out of 32 teams, and it was something magical. And this year was a very different setup, because from the beginning on, we were on a mission to reach a certain result, and that put a lot more, I think, pressure on the team, a lot more stress on the coaching staff. We knew, you know, it's not something we talked about with the team, but we knew that there's not going to be any wild card or anything like this, and our goal is to move up. And at one point I just said, like, that's the only thing, you know, like, from now on we're working for that, and that's the highest level of European basketball, and we want to get there, but the only way to get there is to be fully present in the moment. So in that regard, I see this season's achievement as even something bigger, you know, even though that was maybe emotionally last year, you know, something completely unique. So different experiences, but both, I wouldn't trade them for anything.
I mean, for me, both have their own kind of story to them. It was a different group of guys when we did it with the BCO, and it's a different group of guys here. So I just like to live in the present moment. I don't really like to compare. I don't like to look at what was and what is. I just like to live in the now. And right now I'm a Eurocup champ. This is an incredible feeling. For the guys that were together last year to come here this year, and then to blend with the new guys, which were the French guys, it was almost a seamless transition. And from the moment that we were in training camp all the way in Finland, you knew there was something special in the locker room, and you knew if you just continue to work, continue to put the time in, eventually at the end of the season, we will be competing for a championship, which we were today. And like I said before, I'm just going to keep stressing it. I'm just grateful and thankful to everybody that contributed to this one, the ones that believed in me when no one did, because this has been a long journey for myself. And yeah, I'm just thankful.
Thank you. Next. Go ahead.
Thank you. Tyson Ward here from the T Ward News Company. This one's for TJ. TJ, let's talk about your life off the court. Some say you're surgical on the court, but let's talk about your video game life. We're going to comment on your 2K game. Some would say there are quite a few players on the team that, you know, call you not surgical on the 2K floor. And how do you bring your style of play into the game of 2K? Because it doesn't work.
Please keep this short.
First of all, thank you, Tyson Ward Media. I hope it's over soon. But I'm just going to go out and say this, and I'm going to say it one time and leave it at that. Colin Malcolm is the #1 gamer on our team. At number 2, it's me, TJ Shorts, and I'm saying this with my whole heart and chest. Tyson Ward, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Next question, please.
Statement done. Next question. Go ahead, please. Bye.
It's a question for the coach. Paris is such a young team, and how do you feel? What's the feeling to accomplish what you accomplished today with a young team in basketball?
Yeah, you know, you're one of the first people to say that, and I think we are like the youth of the team, because you have there's a perception of us that, okay, it's a group of proven winners, they have experience of this, but I don't have I think James back there might have the numbers, the current numbers, but minute weight average age, we were second youngest team this year in the Eurocup. And young teams don't win championships. They generally don't win games, and a lot of games. But what we have is something unique, and what we try to do in practice is try to fast track that development by giving them the let's say the stimulus of the most difficult situations. I think Ettore Messina has once written that the most difficult thing for coaches is to try to emphasize to the players, or try to present them the challenges, you know, in practices that they will face in the games, because there's not 10 or 15 games that you can get acclimated to this level, and the Eurocup level is extremely high, and that takes on a whole different dimension in the practice, and I really believe in that, and this is why we try to create the most difficult conditions and the most challenges in practice, but it comes down to the character of these guys and how they're able to handle tough situations. And well, one thing we also say is winning is a habit, and this group together has has done a lot of winning together. And I'm not talking about the group that was together last year. It's easy to forget that we went through 3 very tough teams in the Leaders Cup, also in Saint-Quentin. That was very well prepared, very tough team. We beat Monaco, that's a top 3 team in Europe, in a really like a slugfest, with both teams coming out with all the guns. And then in the final we beat Nanterre, and this is a testament to everybody, you know? This is an extremely strong unit and a collective. And what TJ said about the togetherness from the first moment on, like, to me the key is the trust between all the different, you know, elements in the team. And I used to call it, you know, collective confidence. It's like that you have the self-confidence that I can do my job, you know? I'm good enough at it because I've proven it in practices and games. There's the confidence in your teammates that you know that if I do my job, I know the guy next to me will also do his, and together we can achieve something. But also there's the third one, which is the trust between the coaches and the players, and especially the players' trust in the coaching staff or the system, that when we do the things that we agreed to do together, and we keep doing those as well as we can and as hard as we can, we will also get the result. And this group, just like last year's group, you know, is a fantastic example of this. What a group can do together when they enjoy spending time together, when they trust each other, and when they have great interactions between each other. So that's what makes me extra proud about this group, and in that, you know, it doesn't matter if it's young or old, because that's what experience is.
Okay, before next question, I'm so sorry guys, but I need to take this for the photo session, okay? Oh.
And we need you guys too.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Let them finish this.
Because I heard your bus is coming soon. So.
Yeah. So.
The bus can wait. That's very low on the priority list.
That bus will wait.
Tell your guys that. Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll take an Uber.
Okay. Thank you.
Make sure I want a photo shoot too, please.
Yeah.
You're coming.
Don't worry, you'll have yours. Next question here, please.
Coach, the chemistry in the team is amazing. Do you imagine to go to Euroleague without the most part of the players?
I don't quite understand the question.
Do you imagine to go to Euroleague next season without this team, the core of the team?
Well, we just won the Eurocup, so we have a net rating of I think plus 20 or around, or 22 or 23, which is unprecedented. We just set all the offensive records in not in Europe but in the world. I think we have a very strong group and very strong core also in this team, and quite frankly, I'm not really right now in the frame of mind to think about too much about the EuroLeague season next year. I think like the great TV series Wire, like they said, I think that's one of the positive problems to figure that out. So at this moment we're going to have some Finnish peppermint schnapps and enjoy the time together and maybe smoke a cigar and after that, you know, all the planning. But I really don't want to spend this moment in, like TJ said, to live in this moment, not to think about the future, because this is very easy to do also. It's easy to start thinking like, okay, now let's go. No, sometimes you got to pause, you got to sit back, enjoy, and just take stock of what we've accomplished together, and things will happen in their own time, and I'm sure we'll see like a good share of the core that we have right now, because we've been doing something incredible this year in Eurocup, and we believe a lot in what we're doing together.
Thank you, Coach. Any other question? Yeah, Alexander.
For Coach, Paris is a young team, as you said, but it's also a very young club. It's only the 6th season of the club. What does it represent for Paris to win a European title now?
Represents a meteoric rise, really, to me. It's, I don't know, is there another like a equivalent, you know, in European basketball history of this type of rise to the top, and that speaks to the work that David Kahn and Eric Schwartz have been doing in order to bring the club to this point, and also James Newman there in the back row, who likes to, pretty introverted guy who likes to stay back, not be in the spotlight, but they've been doing a great job for years, and when they presented this, it was like, we need that extra push, that last push, and they trusted me and gave me really the keys to the whole basketball operation, and I know sometimes it was not easy to do this, because some people have referred to me as sometimes being a bit difficult in some regards.
You are.
But it's worth it if you just listen. No, all jokes aside, there's been a lot of people behind the scenes who have been trying to do something unique, and I'm happy we were also able to do this for them. Obviously, it's a huge achievement within the team, but for a club, it's an incredible rise, and everything is coming together at the right time. The Leaders' Cup trophy, the Eurocup trophy, and at the same time, we are opening up the Adidas Arena. We were sold out in game one. We've had games against Monaco this year with 13,000 over there. Things are coming together, and that was one of the first things that I saw in Paris when I came. I think I called my friend, like, this is amazing. Like, there's so much talent in this country. It's unbelievable. Like, we can do really special things here, and there's actual basketball culture in the city, and just a very, very unique story, and we're going to look to continue that next season. We know that every time you kind of win one of these, you graduate to a new set of challenges, and this will be a huge challenge on many levels. I'm not talking about, question was about the team construction and everything like this, but there are more games. There's more money needed for this, for that. Flights here, single rooms here, etc. Like, larger roster overall. It's going to be a big challenge for the whole club, and I feel like we are up to the task, because we want to do something unique in European basketball, and we are well ahead of schedule in that.
Thank you. One last question, if there is. Jan.
For coach, you have the MVP next to you, but also there was another player, Nadir Rifi, who's very special and does all kinds of crazy shots. I mean, end of possessions, I don't know. What can you tell us about the way he handles pressure and the shots that he makes?
Do you think Nadir feels pressure?
No.
Exactly. I don't think he knows what that means. It's I gotta say about Nadir, it's like, when we started off in August, we knew that Nadir was an extremely talented player, was coming off a great year, but also not the easiest player to fit into an ecosystem that's the type of ecosystem that we have. But I know it's impressed me, and I think it's impressed also TJ and his teammates, just his drive to get better and to do whatever he can in order. The dude is 21 years old, has a nutritionist, which 21-year-old has a nutritionist? And to cook him meals that he's in the top possible shape, he invests everything back that he gets from basketball into getting better from that. Like, the level of professionalism is absolutely unique, and I know, like, it's for teammates especially, because for me, I saw early on that there's something special with this kid, but we will have to kind of find a way to get him to gel with the rest of the team, who's used to playing with a way different type of basketball style. And it's a testament to the guys who've embraced also Nadir's style of play, but also that Nadir has been able to maintain those best parts, like you said, that he can go off on any moment, but he's also adjusted a lot to us, and there's always, I think it was a big transition for our team, or like a stepping stone during one point during the season, when it started being like, because in the beginning he was taking these, when everybody was thinking crazy shots, and at some point, like, when you start calculating everything together, you're like, well, that's actually pretty good offense, And when the guys started realizing that it's not about accepting this, that he's taking these shots, but embracing this, that, okay, you have that, we have this ace up our sleeve always that can decide those games, he really became like nuclear for our team, and this has been a wonderful development, and he complements so much our, let's say, the more solid style from the rest of the group, that he brings that extra punch, and that's been really the best part of the whole experience, and also, like, only the best things to say about him as a coach, how how he invests in this. And well, I already said it. So just this whole group, you know, it's all about the interactions between the people. It's all about understanding. You don't treat everybody the same, but you give everybody the same respect and the opportunity to be themselves. And he is himself, but within the context and within the constraints of our system. It's something that other teams in the Eurocup didn't really have.
Okay, thanks a lot and congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the patience for waiting us this long.